Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
And welcome to the Friday Sports Show on Tobago Updates. Hey, my name is Kerry Porter. Mark is going to be here soon. We have lots to talk about. First, I want to say thank you to the management of Tobago Updates for giving us the full hour Friday. I hope we can get this every Friday. Anyway, we go to News in 90 Seconds.
Here is your News in 90 Seconds for Friday, March 1st, 2024. A recent High Court injunction has halted the Friendship Connector Road construction in Tobago amid a legal dispute over town and country approvals and property rights. The order follows a statement from Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Trevor James's statement that town and country approvals were unnecessary. The project, which is 75% completed, faced injunctions due to concerns raised by property owner Derek Hearn. The Hearns contested the THA's actions, alleging unauthorized possession and construction. Despite the 2009 compulsory acquisition of Friendship Estate, Secretary James defended the THA stance, referring to Derek Hearn as a temporary squatter. The political leader of the PNM Tobago Council, Ansel Dennis, expressed concerns over contractors' payments at a press conference, emphasizing accountability for public spending. Meanwhile, in a Facebook video, Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development Secretary Trevor James explained that the Friendship Estate, acquired in 2009, is being upgraded from a cart road. He noted that the current administration, led by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, opted for a design-build-finance approach for the road project. According to estimates from the contracting company, Pure, the project is anticipated to cost $230 million. James claimed that this is the only government project that the EMA has halted in the last 20 years. Mthin Singh is urging the state to respect the Memorandum of Understanding and Agreement for increased wages between criticizing government interference in the negotiation process. Over 1,000 port workers protested in Port of Spain against the failure to honor a 12% increase agreement for 2014 to 2017, facing off instead. Indasin highlighted the significant impact of illegal action by port meddling, collecting remedies passed by the Minister of Finance in 2021. And that was your News in 90 Seconds.
All right, thank you. Good morning and welcome back. Marcus is with us now.
Yes. Let me say good morning to the viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tobago Updates Sports. Sports.
Yes,
it's a Friday.
This morning I needed to Tobago Sports Live, yeah? Right.
We're sitting for Julian and Adana this morning. I think the producers would have listened to our cries in the previous weeks about extending the sport program. But viewers, thank you so much. It's the first day of March 2024. From the time January ends, the year just runs down, right?
Yes, boy.
So February, no longer we into March. And of course, Porter, we have an whole hour we're talking about sports. So many things happening in the Tobago space, right? Yeah.
But first, let's go to birthdays.
Yeah. So, March 1st of March. Who's the lucky one here?
Well, happy birthday, Neil Hercules. Hey, today's your birthday. Big up yourself. Hope you have a great and wonderful day.
Yeah, Neil started off March 1st. Yeah, of course. Have a good day, Neil Hercules. Yeah, Porter. So,
hey, things happening. So excited. So many things happening this week.
Yeah.
I mean, first coming up, we have powerlifting we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about the fundraising.
Yes. There's some Lambo. We have Lambo. That's a youth club there with that's Moses and his team. And we also have Carol Percy from Jewels FC. Even last week we spoke to Jarek Titans. Obviously, they are planning for their trip to Manchester.
Yes.
For the Manchester Cup. And they are raising funds. So, Tobago Updates and Tobago Sports Live always there to support these ventures. Because sometimes you want to get out of the idea of THA or government right through. Engage
you want to move,
public.
You want to move away from that and see if we can get the private sector involved.
And if I have a business and then you come to me like, telling me that you want sponsorship to go somewhere or sponsorship to do something, but you can't show that you are actually trying to help yourself, man, come back next year.
Yeah,
because it's important, right? If you are trying to help yourself by doing the fundraisers or, they have the raffle sheets and all these different things. You're going to get the assistance.
Definitely.
You pay 50, I pay 50.
Yes.
So to all the groups doing something in the Tobago space, trying to build the communities, commendation on them, and we're going to talk to all the guys this morning about those fundraisers and the guy from Hev.
Run Master, so I wore my Run Master t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, so talking about running, let's get in. How was your primary school 3K, Marcus?
Yeah, the primary school 3K road race that took place last week. And we had 319 participants taking part in that race. We started at Mount Turvin by Back Bay. For those who are familiar with Back Bay, we started there. And we ended at the Buku Integrated Facility Car Park. And I can tell you that it was a scene. It was a real scene. It was a new course for us because we usually use from Petit to the Shore Park hard courts. But this year we decided to go on a more scenic route. And the schools, they enjoyed that particular route because it's windy, given the coastline there. So the athletes would have been able to complete from start to finish. Usually we have persons starting and the ambulance or the vans at the back will have to pick them up and bring them to the finish line. But we had almost all completing the race. And we had Ayeli James from Scarborough RC, and Nakisha from Bethesda. Being the first boy and girl to cross the finish line. Ayeli James ran a really good race. I think he won it in 12:05. 12 minutes and 12 minutes and 1 second. So commendation to him there and Ashika. Top always a good feeling being the top one, top girl.
Yes.
All right. And Scarborough FC won the top school by virtue of having the most amount of finishers in the top 20. What you do in the top 10, you have like 10 points. And then they go like 8 and 5 and go right down.
Right.
So Scarborough FC, even though they would have won the top boy, they also won the top school as well. So to all the persons that would have worked behind the scenes, obviously I want to shout out to my team, my unit, the sport and education unit.
Always working hard.
Yeah, the hard-working sport officers, and I told them someday we'd have to come on this program and let Tobago know of all the things that we do as a sporting.
Godard, you have been all the guys.
Sport development officers as well. Of all the things that we do in this space for the development of sport in schools. Yeah. And I can tell you there are some big news to be released very soon that you're going to be very interested about. The Tobago space is going to be very interested where primary school sport is concerned in the month of April and May. But of course, I don't have the liberty as yet to release that. But a lot of good things will be coming in Tobago, national things happening in the Tobago space, all because of the good things that we are doing in the Division of Education, Research and Technology, where sport in school is concerned.
And also, primary school football is coming back again.
Yeah, obviously. Well, that will normally be later in the first term, September to December. That's something that I know the schools are obviously we will be looking forward to. We normally have like 25 out of the 35 schools participating. I know football, I have to give way to it. The world's #1 sport, and obviously put on our talks and put on our
cricket.
And they go and participate. But even before we get to football, we do have basketball still happening in secondary school.
Basketball.
We also have netball to come in primary school. We have cricket as well, which starts in April. That's next month there. We also have a volleyball program that we're going to be introducing to schools as well, making use of the Colon facility. Yeah, so many things, I said, Porter, going to be happening in sport, in schools. And obviously, you saw recently where the Ministry of Sport and Community Development launched the I Choose Sport program. And that's an important program, Porter, because we are kind of losing the youngsters to different things and things that we are not too proud of. And we want to get them involved in physical activity. And it's not just about participation in sport, but physical activity. So the I Choose Sport program, they are going to go into schools. Right? They're going to start the pilot programs program in schools in Trinidad, getting the persons that would have walk and talk, national athletes coming on board, trying to encourage youngsters within the school space to come and participate in sport and physical activity. So I'm excited about that program.
Very much.
Obviously,
also, Danny just started his karate in schools.
Right, that's an important program as well, and we're going to talk about that obviously as the program goes on this morning. And I'm really going to shout out to Danny and his team for that intervention. It's an intervention, and talking about discipline in school, getting rid of the deviant behaviors in school. And I mean, I don't think anyone in school, especially they want to target the boys in a sense. They want to be that way. And if they can channel that energy to something positive, I mean, thankful to Danny and his team for coming up with this program, and for the ministry and the Division of Education for getting on board and supporting it. The principals, and as I always say, the principal is very important, because if you can't get past the principal, you can't get into the schools, right? The parents who are on board as well, commendation to you, because we can have all these wonderful ideas and wonderful programs. If a parent say, hey, you can't participate, focus on the C exam or focus on the education, there's no participation in sport.
True. So
to the parents, jump on board, right? The minister always says a better student is a better student athlete.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. So if it is that you want to get a model student, get them participating in sports. A student athlete is a wonderful athlete.
I want to say congratulations to Roxborough. Roxborough did excellent to Coruscant, Corn, and the guys there. Big kudos. Big kudos.
Yeah, I mean, they say put your money where your mouth is. You mash up Tobago, and you have to go to Trinidad and mash up Trinidad.
Yes.
You know, so to Kern and Carissa and the schooler, I have to commend the school, and James, the principal, the entire body, the community of Roxborough, the teachers, the parents, and every single athlete that would have gone to Trinidad, the organizing committee from Tobago, led by Miss Cindy Ramnarayan.
Right.
It's not easy to try to organize this sport. I'm telling you, because I sit there every single day.
Exactly.
And to getting POs, right, for accommodation, the sailings, meals, ground transportation, even sometimes uniforms. It is not easy to get those things done, especially when you have a division that's not just catered for sport only, but different things happening in the space, and you have to keep running down the procurement officers to get things done. So to Ms. Ramnarayan and the organizing committee, you guys know yourself, thank you so much for ensuring that the Tobago team would have gone down there, and they would have done extremely well. Yes, Roxborough Secondary School won, but there are other schools and students from Tobago that we love to celebrate. It's no longer Porter Tobago or a zonal thing, but a school thing.
Exactly.
Right? Roxborough would have won, but I think that the Tobago zone would have done extremely well, and we are proud of all of them that would have braved the ceilings and go and go and participate.
Before we even move on to another sport, so many things happening. We have Carifta Trials.
Yeah.
Right? Coming up this weekend.
Yeah, Carifta Trials, and you know, this is an important stage in the careers of a number of athletes, not only in Tobago but Trinidad and Tobago. Some of the athletes would have already attained the standard by the different meets that would have had thus far. But this weekend is a very important weekend for a number of our athletes. And as a avid supporter of the Carifta Games, I normally go and support the Carifta Games. Wherever it's held, this year is going to be in Grenada. I'm hoping that I can get across here and support as well.
Yeah, Tobago Sports Live also, Tobago Updates.
Yeah,
if we can
last year Bahamas was really good. I know Alexi Henry, who represented last year from Tobago, she would have already attained the standard for the 100 meter, and obviously she's one who's definitely who's going to be up there. One of the athletes that the national selectors obviously will be looking at as well. So they're going to be there at the Hazel Crawford Stadium this weekend. I want to wish them all the best, ensure that you remain healthy, safe, stay out of trouble, and you listen to your coach. Listen to your coach and go down there and put your best foot forward. All about qualifying for the Carifta Games. This is the launching pad for many of their careers. Keishon Walcott and Jeremy Richards and all those guys would have passed through the Carifta Games and represented Trinidad and Tobago and, of course, on the international stage.
All right, so, guys, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Making Style Tobago. On Sunday, March 3rd, the Shore Park Cultural Complex will be transformed into an exotic oasis of glamour, beauty, and Caribbean high fashion as Coco Velvet International presents the grand finale. Miss Tobago 2024 Beauty Pageant. 9 delegates representing Speyside, Charlottesville, Golden Lane, Mount Grace, Newgrange, Patience Hill, Bonaccord, Moriah, and Plymouth will compete for the title Miss Tobago 2024 and earn the right to represent Tobago at the Miss World Trinidad and Tobago pageant. General admission tickets are only $30 and VIP section $100 on sale now at the following ticket outlets: the box office at Shore Park Complex, the front desk at Comfort Inn and Suites, Ted Arthur Leather Collection at James Park, Scarborough. Making Style Tobago an evening of Caribbean high fashion, beauty, and glamour, presented courtesy the Tobago House of Assembly, Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sport, Tobago Updates Television, Comfort Inn and Suites, Viola's, Tobago Library Services, Tobago Cosmetics, Let's Shine Limited, Penny Savers, Tobago Bloom Garden Center, I for Design Flower Shop, and the Office of the Prime Minister Sport and Culture Fund. Visit the Facebook event page, Making Style 2014, to view the delegates' portfolios and call Making Style Tobago hotline for more info at 620-2316.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi guys, welcome back, and of course, thank you so much for staying with us here on Tobago Updates Television. It's Good Morning Tobago, and of course, in case you are wondering why are you seeing me before 7:30, we have the entire hour this morning. So yes, it's sports. I know we all love to participate in sport and love to follow sport. So yes, Friday the 1st of March, and we're gonna continue with the discussion, Porter. We're talking about sports, and we do have the second edition of the Dream. You can see the smile on my face, right?
I can see the passion.
You can see the smile on my face, right?
Passion,
the Dream 11 Bago T10 Blast. We did have the draft earlier this week. I think Tuesday. We had it on Tuesday, and it's going to be taking place from the 21st of March to the 5th of April. And just to give you an idea of the teams, once the producer loads the teams there. All right, we have 6 franchises. Once again, we have the No Man's Land Explorers. They are the defending champions. Moncturvin Surfers. We have the, of course, No Man's Land Explorers defending champions. And it was an exciting draft. because some of the players who would have played for teams last year are now with a different team. So we'd love to see, right? And say Ned. We have a number of and look a big name there, Sunil Narayan. Yeah,
you
Sunil
have a
Narayan.
big name.
Ashton Pierre, Kerry Cordner, and Sir Ned Selvin Duncan, Kishon Dillon. These are the local players.
Yes.
We have Christian Kelly Tarana, Cephas Cooper, players that have a household name in Trinidad or nationally as well. Right, Christian Kelly Tarana, for those who remember, scored at 400 runs playing secondary schools cricket. Right, so he's definitely going to be one to see for the Mount Irving Surfers.
So this is what we're looking for, and also
this Pirates Bay Raiders.
Now right? Stuart, that's my very good friend. He's on.
Yeah. They got to the finals last year, and they were defeated by the No Man's Land Explorers. Evan Lewis scored 100. He scored 100 last year. That's the West Indies opening batsman. Marlon Richards, he has national experience for Trinidad and Tobago. Christian Tilton also national experience. Shaman Hooper from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he's back again. Right, Christopher Vincent, Just Telemark, one from Tobago there. Simmons Peters, Dwayne Murray. All those guys are from Tobago, and I know that they are looking forward to rubbing shoulders with the likes of Evan Lewis and the other national and international players. So this tournament, it augurs well for cricket in Tobago. Pageant points skiers. This team failed last year miserably. They didn't win a game at all.
Okay.
They didn't win a game at all. So I'm hoping to see what they will bring to the table this year. Jaden Kent, a youthful prospect for Tobago one for Trinidad and Tobago. He's now with UTT. Joshua York is son of former national player Clint York. He's there. Sharon Lewis, the big left-arm seamer. Jesse Bhutan, Brandon Melville, Donovan Roberts. Players from Tobago, Desroy Ferguson, Davion Shangi there, Darren Cookshank, Leonardo Julian. Good squad put together this year by the Pigeon Point skiers. It's left to be seen if they will leave Pigeon Point and come to Chop Park to play good cricket. Right, Strawberry Snorkelers. I think this is the team that everyone would have picked from the draft that can probably go all the way. And you look at the big hitting Joshua James. He's currently playing with the West Indies emerging players in the West Indies 4-day championship. And I can see that he's doing really good for the West Indies emerging players team. Kellen Lynch, another Tobago player, Anthony Providence, Daniel Williams, John Wash Jagasa has national experience with the Trinidad and Tobago team, West Indies as well. Lendell Simmons. I show you know about Lendell Simmons.
Come on.
World Cup winner, World Cup T20 winner, Lendell Simmons. He's going to be here. Dejon Charles, who played for the No Man's Land Explorers team last year, winning team. He's now with this Strawberry Snorkelers team. Atto James, the big Atto James, wicketkeeper by profession there. Michael Ramdas, Terence Hines, a national player. Yeah, so this team here, TN Webster as well, would have persons who are into the cricket. They will earmark this team as one to look out for. It's Strawberry Snorkelers.
So this is something exciting that we
Yeah. And it's, as I said, last year the excitement was there at the Shore Park Recreational Ground. The matches 12:30 and 2:30. Right. Simple $20 to get into the games, just to see the international stars and of course the local stars put their best foot forward. T10 is pure excitement. Pure excitement. So that's something that I'm looking forward to.
So these games are going to be streamed.
Yes, it's going to be streamed.
Yes, I think it's going to be streamed by Cricket 360.
Yeah.
Monitor the guys over there.
Yeah.
So you can look forward to that. Huh?
Yeah. Something that, I mean, not just for cricketers, but for persons, into sport, you can get on there and support the events. We encourage all, right? I know that the school children, they were there last year, and I'm hoping that they're going to be back again this year to see some exciting cricket.
Right. So many things to talk about. So let's move over. I just want to mention kudos to the basketball tournament that was held in Shore Park by Mr. Leacock. It was excellent. Excellent. My son played in the tournament also. So it was so nice for them to be utilizing the Shore Park basketball court. So kudos to Mr. Leacock and the team that held the tournament. That was that was the opening. So the games are to follow. So we're hoping that we will get a chance to go cover it and highlight what's happening in Shore Park with basketball and the players.
Yeah, so the Tobago League is going to be held indoor.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, it's good for spectators and the players.
Also, the secondary school basketball, from from what I've heard, the finals are going to be held there.
I think,
I'm looking forward to that.
That's executed by our unit.
Yeah.
So we
Good
are
morning
still,
to Sean and the guys I'm over at Show Park.
Yeah, so we are still in conversations with the manager there, Mr.
Sean.
No, I forgot his name. Cohen. Yes, Cohen. So still in discussions there to finalize the finals, but it's positive thus far. For the
I'm looking forward to that.
I
hope you listen, Show Park. I hope you give the guys them the second school finals to play there.
Because we'd have had the netball finals there, the secondary schools netball finals. So yeah, fingers crossed that we're going to have the secondary schools basketball finals there. I mean, yesterday I saw a very important and exciting game, Bishops versus Scarborough Secondary, and it was a situation where Scarborough Secondary had to win the game to be in contention to finish top 2. I know it's going to be Scarborough Secondary, Sinner Hill Secondary, and Bishops High School. A freeway tie there for points, in terms of points.
It's points,
and it's going to come down now to goal difference to see who are the two teams that will contest the finals. I'm not too sure, as when I get into work today, I will know who are the teams that will maybe contesting the finals of the boys under 20 division. That's the big boys. And Scarborough Secondary yesterday, they got the better of Bishops High School, national champions, and it was a really nice scene, and just hearing the banter from Scarborough Secondary and the joy in their faces defeating Bishops. It's always good to beat the big team, right? And
yes, the big team.
Shout out to
I'm so happy that you recognize us as a big team, right?
Shout out to Jai Duncan from Scarborough Secondary. He scored 26 points, and it's always good. Because it's not one of the popular sports in Tobago. Athletics, you have the cricket and football, basketball, and I will always heap praises on Kerry Celestine for the resurgence of basketball and secondary schools basketball in Tobago. Sometimes it may not be too pretty, but we are getting there and getting the schools back into participating. The space idea, Kerry Lynch and his team, they are participating.
Yes, Kerry brought his team in.
Pentecost and Light and Life, and that's really good to have outside of athletics, because not everyone want to do track and field, not everyone want to do cricket and football. Basketball is a sport that people like to participate in and watch as well. So Kerry Celestine and our unit, of course, the sporting education unit, we are executing it. And I'm looking forward to the finals.
I say shout out to my son, Khaled Porter. He captained his team yesterday. He scored 20 points.
Under 17?
Yeah, the under 17. Yes. So, well done, Khaled. That is proud of you. Very, very proud of you.
Is he a run master too? Is he a run master?
He's a run master. Kerry told him, Kerry said, Khaled, at least I want you to score 15 points.
Yeah.
Just went on to the 20.
Scored 20 points.
So proud. So proud. Proud daddy. Proud daddy.
Yeah. So exciting times. So many different things happening in the space. As I said before, we're going to come on here as a unit and talk to Tobago and let them know that throughout the year, there's something that you can look forward to. Go out there and support the youngsters, And so I'm looking forward.
In that case, before we move from basketball, I want to do a plug. I bought so many basketball shoes for my son from that Show Park hard court. Gosh, can we have it recapped or something? Come on, the division of sport. Yeah, Mr. Wayne Watts. Can we have that recap? I'd love to see that. Also, the whole thing. I mean, the netball area and the basketball area. I've spent so much money on shoes, Marcus. And I'm sure a lot of parents also did. Just recap it. Recap it for us, and we'll do the rest.
And it's a really. I think the basketballers are excited to go to the as well.
Very much excited to go inside.
The Show Park hard courts, I mean, that has history. For those who don't know, I played at Show Park as well too. Before I was a cricketer as a basketballer.
You're a basketballer.
I used to bunks ball. Same place at the Show Park hard courts. And for the sweaters, they would love for the surface to obviously be resurfaced.
Yeah.
And obviously the ring as well too, because the backboard is a bit dead. And the spring in the ring itself that needs to be changed.
We could get overall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's due time.
Yeah.
So Mr. Wayne Watts, Division of Sport. Yes, the big updates, the big sports type. Marcus Daniel, we're calling on you to see what you can do for the Show Park basketball court.
Yeah. So looking forward to much more coming out of basketball of Potter.
Yes. We have Republic Cup happening over the weekend also. We're looking forward to see how Eagles is going to do. A lot of youngsters from schools. A lot of parents calling me to ask if we could cover it so they could highlight it to get clips to send out abroad to schools and these things. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's a big event. It's always a big event because we have all the different academies throughout Trinidad and Tobago, the different age groups participating. And as I said, it's all about identifying identifying and unearthing talent. So we shout out to Republic for their continued support, to all the coaches and the people who are organizing the young people to get them involved in meaningful activity. Commendation to you guys once more. I can't continue to heap praises. And talking about young people, Porter, there's a youngster from Tobago I'm very proud of. He plays with Phoenix FC in the Pro League, in the Tier 1 of the Trinidad and Tobago football league. And he goes by the name Michael Jem Gordon. And he's one of the Tobago players. I think the only Tobago player that would have been called up by Angus Eve to play for the national team. Because what Angus is doing now is looking at the local players, right, to try to obviously get his team
about that initiative.
So Jem up there with goals in the Tier 1, been doing good, and I'm happy to see that Angus Eve would have taken notice, or whoever it is that who's scouting for Angus Eve would have identified Jem as one of the persons that they want around. So they're going to be playing today. I think they're playing against Jamaica. In Trinidad. So I want to wish Jem all the best, and all the local players put the best foot forward. Right, it's an opportunity to represent your country, and Jem is a youngster that I'm very proud of. All the different avenues that he would have came through, and he's now realizing his dream. I know that he wants to play at the highest level. Probably for Manchester United, but all the best to Jem. And Phoenix last week put a big victory against Defence Force, the defending champions. So good things happening for the club.
In this space.
For the club. And I want to wish them all the best going forward. But Porter, obviously we have some interviews this morning. Right. And what do we take a short break? When we come back with the Lambo Football League.
Curtis.
We're talking to Curtis Moses out of the Lambo Football League. We're going to hear all about that. So viewers, don't go anywhere. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs, carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, thank you so much for staying with Tobago Updates Television. Sports, yes, we're into the sporting segment fully this morning. Friday, 1st March 2024. And joining me on set this morning, your first guest of free this morning, I have Mr. Curtis Moses, head coach of Lambo FC. And we are talking about the Lambo Youth Football Tournament this morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Moses.
Pleasant good morning, Marcus. Pleasant good morning to the viewers out there.
Fantastic. It seems to be a morning of youth and young people. We've been discussing sport this morning, and we've been talking about young people participating in sport. And I'm so happy to see that you are now launching this youth football tournament. It's the first, right?
Yeah,
first for Lambo FC.
Yeah.
All right, so just give us an idea of what the tournament will be like and where it's going to be held.
Well, pleasant morning again. First, I want to thank God for the opportunity to bring forward Lambo FC. Mm-hmm. And the tournament really come from the players of the club.
Right.
They was like, Coach, why don't we host our tournament? Why don't we host a tournament? And, you know, I looked into it. I had a discussion with my coaching staff, and we prayed about the idea. And I said, you know what, why not give it a try, right? Added to that, I think it's a good initiative.
Yeah.
Getting the young people off the street, getting them involved in sport. That is one of the things I always look into. And this tournament is a 2-day tournament.
2 days,
right? 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. We have the age groups.
And this is tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah.
Right.
We have the age group, the U9, U11, U13, and the girls U15. Right. On Saturday, we'll have the boys U9 and U11 playing up to the semi-final, and on Sunday we run off the U13 and the girls going into the semi-final finals. Right. We want to start at 9 a.m. Right. We are asking for Tobago to come and give us their full support. Come and support the kids, the parents who are your kids are involved in the tournament. Come and support the kids. It will be 2 days of fun and enjoyment, right? And we're looking for the support of Tobago.
Yeah. So tell me about the teams. Are the teams only going to be from in and around Lambo or from Lambo FC, or is it teams from outside of Lambo can participate or are going to be participating?
Okay, it's an open tournament. Fortunately, we have a team coming from
Trinidad.
Yeah.
That price is $1 million. Nice, man.
I think it's always good to join the islands
together.
Yes.
I like that.
And Marcus, I know you involved in sports for a number of years now, and you know what it is like always competing against Trinidad.
Trust me. Even here or you're traveling to, because some people there's a perception that they are superior to the Tobago teams nowhere, but Roxburgh second would have shown that
Tobago.
we are talented here too.
And not to stray a bit, but our youth football, I think we're in the right place, we're heading in the right direction. Because a number of times, our youth footballers, whether it's running, cricket, wherever, I find we showing up a lot.
And that's thanks to persons like yourself giving back, because you are pretty young. And I remember growing up participating in sport in the communities, men like Terry Williams and Shell Benjamin. That's Shell participating in cricket, continue to rest his soul. It was more all ahead, no way, but I'm happy to see men like Downey, Marcel, younger folks getting involved and trying to give back to the community. So that's kudos to you guys getting the young people involved in sport.
Yeah. I always talk with them and I said, you know what, we don't always need a competition to have the kids involved. Why not? We could play club to club. We even tried to do that. And I played Elite Soccer Club on Monday U9, a practice game, and unfortunately, one of my U9 players got their hand broke.
Wow.
Right? And yesterday we played Titans in a practice game U11. And, his mom bring him there and he was like, Coach, talk to mommy now. I said, well, what mommy do now? And she was like, I want to go and play. And he was the class from Monday to now. He was like, talk to mommy, I want to go and play.
Oh, my goodness. That's
young men this is what we want.
That's when they actually create a good environment. That's what has smiled to my face, definitely.
So after the tournament,
so you have teams from outside.
Yeah, we have teams. We have team from country. We have team from Mason. We have team from Phoenix. We have Lambo bringing teams in various age groups. So we have a number of teams. We could have like about 18 to 19 teams taking part in the tournament, and I think that is a very good start for the first year. We're looking for the tournament to grow, and I just want everybody to come and enjoy themselves.
18 teams in total, and they're going to be divided in different age groups,
categories.
And they also have girls participating as well. So it's going to be held at the Lambo.
Recreational.
And it's a full team, 7 aside.
It will be a 7v7 tournament.
Right.
We try to facilitate as much age group as we can, but next year, Lambo is a small ground, so next year we had to go to the stadium. So this year, I'm so happy to get everything off and going, and I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Yeah. What is your hope coming out of this tournament? What's your main goal, your objective? It's your first tournament, and I'm sure that you would have sat down with your team, and outside of wanting the players to participate in a competition setting, what's your main goal coming out of this tournament here?
Okay, so I have a really good relationship with most of our national coaches. I think it also creates a platform for kids to showcase themselves. And because, for example, I heard you talking about Jem a while ago, and Jem is a kid that I work with, right? And I know his passion, I know his joy for the game. So the more the kids play and different stage and levels they play at, it creates an environment, it creates a platform for them to be seen both internationally and locally. So I think it's a really good initiative and a really good platform for the kids.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. And I think it's also a stepping stone for players for your club as well.
Yeah.
Succession. And that's very important. We don't often plan for the future because you don't want to always probably take a player from Kenya, Monaco, or from elsewhere to participate for Lambo. You want to ensure that within the community of Lambo, you have youngsters coming through that can make the Lambo and participate for Lambo team. In terms of the experience for spectators, what's there? You have entertainment, the concessionaire is going to be there. Tell me about things like that.
I really try hard to have some screens put up because in youth football now, they try not to have parents and supporters on the side of the field because
right.
You know that
because they can be intimidated.
Parents are there shouting, come on, and giving the kids 4 and 5 different instructions, and it confuses a child. Too many instructions because the coach already giving them an instruction.
Yeah,
the parents are now giving their opinion and their instructions. It confuses the child. I mean, some parents get very emotional on the sidelines.
I can tell you, I know for a fact.
I try to have them away from the sidelines.
Yeah.
So I try to create a platform where they could watch the game from a distance. And because even in my community, it was like, coach, shall we start on time because we're ready to come and support the thing, So I know parents coming down, they're very excited.
Yeah.
So I want to try to control that as much as possible, Marcus.
That's very important because I've been at a private school game this year and the behavior from some parents, inclusive of some coaches, my goodness, because I am happy for participation of sport for all, especially primary school level. Sometimes winning is not all, but just having them participate. Exactly. But the way some parents and some coaches behave is like you're playing for the world at the primary school level or secondary schools level.
As I mentioned about winning is not all. I always try to show the kids of Tobago, not only Lambo FC players, but Tobago. If today I had $1 and Marcus tomorrow I have 2, that is progress.
That is progress.
That is progress. Yeah. Progress doesn't always have to be, okay, I'm lifting a trophy. Because there are players who are not able to play a 5-yard pass and within a month, 2 months, they're able to play 50. So that is progress.
Yeah, that is progress.
That is progress. Yeah. So, I try my best. And, Tobago, I think some of the people excited to see young Cristiano that played for Lambo Anglican in the primary school, who's the youngest player who scored in the primary school.
Yes, I saw that goal too. So and his dad was right there. Yeah. And that's the next thing there. Yes, you mentioned with the parents there. And I mean his dad, that's Otto Moses, right? Coach, and to see your offspring. Yeah. Just to see your offspring. And sometimes not just about scoring, but just being on the field and participating and contributing to the team's success. And then scoring. And I saw the video, and I felt that gave me chills. Yeah. That's really good, and that says the importance and the impact of sport. And I can't continue to heap praises on you guys who go into the communities because it can be easy. Exactly. You give up of your time, and I'm sure that you are working individually as well. Yes. And you give up of your time on the afternoons dealing with some children these days. It's not easy at all. So you and your team, commendation. Obviously, to come with this first tournament. Are there going to be prizes as well?
Yeah, there will be prizes, trophies, medals, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but if they're aware of this, kids cannot play for money. Right?
Yes. Okay.
So there will be trophies and medals for all categories. There will be special awards. I think there's like most school, best defender, best goalkeeper, and MVP.
That's fantastic because and again, money may not be the only thing that you can benefit from, but to have a trophy at age 6 or 7, and I was the MVP of a tournament down the road, it would have shown progression and about your career in a sense. In terms of sponsors as well.
I want to say special thanks to all the sponsors, G Power, Progressive Power, JS Rentals, Dance Meet Mat, our area representative also sponsored us, was Wayne Clark. Right? DXL, Ari, I don't want to leave out anybody. Blue Heron. Right? I want to say thanks to all these sponsors sponsoring us and helping us to bring forward this tournament. Again, I continue to look forward for your support. And look forward for Tobago support as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And just before we let you go, tell Tobago why they should be at Lambo over the weekend.
Tobago, I don't know if some all in well, but you see the joy and the passion, hearing the parents from different clubs cheering on the kids is the most enjoyable feeling to me. And I want it every day of my life, and I need it as much as possible. So come out and support the tournament, support the kids, have a weekend of fun and enjoyment. And next year, we look forward to having our next one.
Yeah, fantastic. Curtis Moses, I can see it already. I can see the success of the tournament, and I know that it's going to be here to stay. It's your first one, and you have to start somewhere. And I'm happy to say that you are starting, utilizing the facility too, because so many recreation gongs in Tobago, or some of them lit as well, but no one participating. In fact, they are used as a grazing gong for animals in that sense. So I'm happy to see that you are utilizing the Lambo area, the Lambo playing field, and for something meaningful. Let the people in the community come out and support. I know somebody might come and sell corn, popcorn. Everybody gonna make something from it. The players gonna get some experience competing against different players. You're gonna see where they're at in terms of their skill level and their fitness as well too. So to the team coming from Trinidad, thanks for coming, but we're going to beat all you up, right? All right? But so Curtis, thank you so much for being here this morning. And of course, Tobago Sports are going to be there supporting that event. We expect that all of Tobago are going to be down there at the Lambo Recreation Gong supporting this 7v7 inaugural tournament brought to you by the Lambo FC. Curtis Moses, thank you so much. All right? So viewers, we've been chatting there with Curtis Moses. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to chat with Carol Percy, yet another footballing club talking youth in Tobago. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Storby, Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house gets flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tatil Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
Inner Health, number 13B Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, thank you so much for staying with us here on Tobago Updates Television. It's Good Morning Tobago, Friday 1st March 2024, and we are into the sporting segment. And just a while ago, we heard from Curtis Moses talking about the Lambo Youth Football Tournament happening this weekend. And joining me on set now is a strong man, goes by the alias Bago Beast. His name, Joel. Joel Duke, good morning to you, and thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Yeah, morning.
Fantastic. I thought you'd have been here with your trophies and medals. Don't worry about the earpiece. Don't worry about the earpiece. Yeah. Trophies and medals that you acquired at the Trinidad and Tobago Powerlifting Championships. How are you feeling this morning?
Well, I'm feeling good. They said in the next 2 weeks or so, they would bring... They have the ceremony.
Oh, so the ceremony wasn't had at the championships.
No,
so they're going to have an official. It's going to be an official. Yes. So yeah. Joel, you were the lone Tobagonian in the competition, right? And you represent by the alias Bago Beast. Who gave you that name?
Well, actually, come up with the name. Some fellas was telling me about my shop like, you need a fearsome name.
Right.
Yeah, you need a fearsome name. I had the Juggernaut before.
Right.
I'm still going by the Juggernaut. Most people know me by that, but yeah, Bago Beast was a nice name for a Tobago only lifter. Right. So when you hear the word Bago Beast, you know to fear the name.
so that's a powerlifting thing. You have to have like an alias.
Yes. Most people have an alias. Most people are part of squad Neogen Performance. Everybody has their own alias that they goes by. Some really cool names. Yeah, Strong Clung, Fake Muscles. Yeah, we have some nice names.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell me about the championships itself. You won what I call it a bronze, or you came third in the open competition, and then second in the junior. So, and I must apologize for how we would have recorded the news in that we would have quoted the kg, but it's basically pound. So just give us an idea of what you did in the competition and in terms of your total weight and all those different things.
Well, the competition was passed across like 2 days. Right. We had the females, the light males on the first day, and then the second day we would have the heavier females and heavier males.
Before you get into it, how do you classify heavy and light?
Well, they have different weight classes. It would start from 59 and straight up to 120 plus.
Well, that's your body weight.
Yeah, that's your body weight. So they would weigh you in kgs.
Right, that's like boxing.
Yes, they'll weigh you in kgs, and according to your weight classes, you'll have to register for that. In terms of the competition, you have 3 lifts, 3 attempts, 3 lifts. You would start off with your first attempt as a warm-up opener. That would be like a warm-up, and then you'll go on to your second attempt, and then your third attempt will be like your most heaviest lift. With that, your total will be judged by your heaviest lift. Right. It adding up, but your heaviest squat, bench, deadlift, and then you will have a total. The total is where I get 800 kgs in the total. It's in the competition itself.
So you got 800 kgs. This is in the open competition.
Yeah, this is well, you don't have something separate for that. That's just
in total. in total, in all that you would have, all the events you participated in, your total was 800 kgs.
Yes.
And that's going to be converted into
so
pounds.
that would be, as you said before, it'd be 295 squat, as 650 pounds. I had a 185 bench, as 407 pounds, and deadlift 705, which is 320 kgs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm told that the coaches are now your coach, Mr. Ryan Phillip.
Yes.
So we're gonna bring in Mr. Ryan. Wait,
coach man.
Wow. Is that your coach here, brother?
Yeah, we actually look alike.
Hey guys, good morning. Good morning, Tobago.
Happy to have you on here, Mr. Phillip. And I'm seeing the smiles on your face. You're very proud of his achievement, Mr. Duke.
Yeah, I'm very proud of the achievement. Very hard-working young man. Yeah.
Yeah. But how do you coach someone to be a power lifter?
How do you coach someone to be a powerlifter?
Yeah.
Structure, just structure. Once they are coachable and willing to take guidance and correction, it's only up from there. All right. And he has been one that has been a very, very coachable athlete, one that I don't have to worry too much about. You know, whatever I put on paper, he gets done, and I can be a more proud coach. Yeah.
And what was the expectation like getting into the Trinidad and Tobago Powerlifting Championships? I mean, I'm sure that you guys would have planned that, hey, I want to be here, I want to be there. What was the expectation like?
All right. So training over the past 4 or 5 months has been very, very good. So we had a game plan to come in and hit 800 kilos. All right. We had that plan about a month out, and I just had him visualizing and obsessing over these last 3 attempts that he was able to go out and get done. And he went out there and he executed.
Yeah.
All right.
For those who may not be like aware and listening to this interview, because I'm thinking that to be a powerlifter, I just have to go probably push some bench press and put on some muscles to lift. Is there a specific technique involved in the different lifting? Like I'm seeing him here now. This is what? This is the deadlift, right?
Yes,
this is deadlift.
Have two
right.
So the coach, can you take me through the routine here? What he's doing here? If you are being
all right. So he's doing a variation of a deadlift, a sumo deadlift. That's the wider stance.
Right.
All right. There are other variations of the deadlift. Well, conventional deadlifts is where you see others with a narrow stance.
Yeah.
But this is the deadlift that best suits him and his leverages at this time. You know, it could either be sumo or conventional, depending on how big or how small an individual is, but it has to go with their build. Okay, and that would determine which style of the lift that the athlete would execute.
Oh, fantastic. And how long have you been coaching Joel?
I have been coaching Joel since September 2022. So a year and some change.
And I want to come back to Joel. I mean, Joel, 800 kg, right? That was the goal, and you achieved that. You felt that you could have done better?
I would always say there's room for improvement, but I would never shy away from that is the best. That is the best right about now. That is the best performance I get to unlock or unleash on the platform, and there will be more in the future. We're still working towards betterment, and we're not settling for that. The job not finished.
Yeah, and is this your best performance yet in all the competitions?
Yes. So far I've competed in like 5 competitions, 2 of which is from Mr. Kelton competition. Yeah. 2-time Tobago strongest man, and continuously still going to Trinidad to make a difference down there as well. And whoever could influence to want to join the Trinidad and Tobago Powerlifting Federation from Tobago, that would be the goal there. That would be the goal there.
I mean, Joel, it have football, it have cricket, it have basketball, it have running. Why powerlifting?
Well, it first started off as like therapy for me. After my father passed away, I found the gym. Well, it started off at home. Big up to my queen, my mom today, all the single parents that are taking care of the young ones.
Yes.
So it always started off as just going to the gym. I used to go like morning and night, and it was just therapy for me. And Kelton saw that we could develop on this, develop on the strength of this sport. It's the future of it. So it was more of purpose for me. You're a young man, you're not doing anything right now, find something to do. Yeah. And I would fall in love with the gym. It was easy for me to just continuously go go into the gym, and it just capitalized from there. Well, it's more of a, what to say, discipline, heavy discipline to continuously go under heavy weight all the time. And you know, sometimes you may have doubts, but at the end of the day, I would say gyms are for the cycle, and you would not be in the right state. Most people who go there, if you really look at the top lines on them, they are not heavily mentally stable. So if have something that pushes you, that continuously pushes you to want to do better, and that is the sport. And the community actually encourages you to go forward, no matter if you're on the winning side or the losing side. I mean, it don't matter how you look, it don't matter how you're built. It's just if you have the ability to move weight. And once you have a good coach, a good program, a good sleep, everything, you're keeping your diet on them properly, they will get to recover as well enough to continuously go forward and continue progressing.
Yeah. And where do you currently train?
Right, so I'm at Kelton Thomas Foundation Gym. That is the only gym that can accommodate a strong man like me. Outside of that, if I have to do aesthetics, I'll go in downtown. Downtown is mainly go like on a Friday and a Saturday because Kelton is Adventist. I just tend to go to a different gym now and again, but I'm mainly based by Kelton Thomas Foundation Gym.
Yeah, and coach, what are the prerequisites for someone who is interested in getting involved in powerlifting? What do you need to get involved?
You can just come on and start. The prerequisites, there's none. Any age, it doesn't matter. But what I will say, technique is king. All right. You don't want to walk off the street and go hurt yourself under a bar. All right. So I would tell anybody to familiarize yourself with some technique and live within your capabilities. Get a coach, and it's upward sailing from there.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Yeah, get a coach. So for persons who probably viewing this interview and may want to get involved in powerlifting, what would you want to tell them? How can they get onto you? Just by being involved. I'm sure that you want to get more powerlifters come out of Tobago, and we can get some nice names.
Oh yeah, we do.
Some kind of nice names.
We do want to develop we do want to develop the sport in Tobago. All right. I am actually mentoring Joel to be a coach to facilitate that. All right. So you can go follow Neogen Performance on Instagram. All right. There's a link in the bio. All right. You can fill out that form, and we'd get back to you. In Tobago, we have Joel over there doing the thing, and I make some trips occasionally over there, and we can arrange something.
So you train Joel from abroad?
I train Joel from right down here in Trinidad and Tobago. When it is he has some rough sessions to get done, I come across there myself, make sure his mentors are okay and he's ready to go execute. All right, so I'm back and forth between the islands.
Yeah.
All right, so anybody who's interested in Tobago,
Yeah. Anybody's interested can get in touch with you.
Yeah, anybody who's interested in Tobago, you could get on to Joel immediately. All right, and I mean, we'd work something out.
1990.
Yeah, 364.
Yeah.
364-1990.
and Joel, what's next for you? What's next for you?
Well, we're looking at NPF. I don't know what coach has to say about that, but we just training. We don't have a specific time to start training. We just train. So we now come out of the competition. We starting back the new block on Sunday. And we're just starting from there. For any competition, we're always competition ready. We just make sure that we athletes fresh.
Yeah.
The athletes are them fresh and we're pushing forward.
And how many times a week do you train?
It's according to the programming, and we just do like fatigue management. Well, my coach trying to implement with us big guys. So he does very good specific training management, right? So sometimes it may be 5 days, sometimes it may be 4 days, according to how my body feels. So he adjusts the program to suit. Normally on deloads, he will have like 3 days for the week. But on a regular, if I'm firing well, it's 5 days a week. Jamming.
Correct.
And before I allow you guys to go, as I said, you're looking to recruit, right? What would you want to tell a potential powerlifter?
Right. So stop comparing yourself to other people. You have to be in your own lane, to be honest, right? So if you look at other people, you would continuously look down on yourself, right? You're just continuously doing what you do, right? And what's great about you, progress would come. Weights would get heavier, and you would like it to be a little lighter when it gets heavier. Yeah, but just continuously do what you do. It'll have so many factors: sleep, diet, getting a good coach, good programming. Once you keep your head down, be humble and work, everything is yours.
Fantastic.
Well said.
Talking there with Joel, Duke, and of course his coach, Mr. Philip. Guys, I want to commend you and give congratulations once again for your outstanding work at the national championships. And as you said, it was your best effort since you've been participating and competing. And I want to wish you all the best going forward. And I'm hoping that we have more.
And so we could still do it some sponsorship as the owner.
Well, we can make a plug for that too. We can make a plug for that. I mean, Joel is talking about sponsors getting involved because, oftentimes, because we are in Tobago, whenever it is that we have some glory, we celebrate it. So if we can get somebody to jump on board, like Body Glow, and
I actually work for Body by Imran. Body by Imran, I'm supplement stores. But I still buy my own products.
Right.
So I would spend
Yeah. Well, you go ahead.
No. So I spend close to like $2,000 on just supplements alone and the back and forth from on the boat. I take that out of my own pocket to go and do that. Just to register for competitions alone is $450 per competition.
Right.
And it's still, everybody likes to be great, but they like to join the process after you done
So
reach.
you're looking for a sponsor.
Yeah. It would really be a big help for that to happen.
Well, it came to the right show and right program because our viewers base very wide, our network very wide. So I'm hoping that someone joins the movement that you guys are on right now, because I sense your confidence and you have a nice coach, as a good coach as well. And as I said, whatever Tobago does well, we are happy. So if it is that a Tobago businessman or businesswoman out there can jump on board and just join the movement, I think they'll augur well in the future. So guys, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Obviously, continue to share the information with Tobago Sports Live, with Tobago Updates,
no problem,
so we can highlight all the good things that you guys are doing. I mean, I can't lift and push like you guys are doing, but I commend.
A start is everywhere.
Yes, I commend you guys for doing that. There's a sport for everyone. Right? So thank you so much for joining us. And all the best. Yes, so viewers, we've been chatting there with Joel and his coach, National Powerlifting Championship, and they would have done extremely well there. Commendation to them. We're going to take a short break and we get back in some more sporting discussion. I'm told that we're gonna go back to Candice now. Missing our next interviewee. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Tobago Notes. Motor Wars. My goodness, Motor Wars 2. That's gonna come up March 2nd. That's happening tomorrow, in fact, at looking like the Parade Grounds. That's next to the Dwight York Stadium. So many things happening in the Tobago space over the weekend. We have the football, we also have cricket, and then we have this Motor Wars taking place tomorrow at the Parade Grounds. Viewers, that's it for me this morning when it comes to sport. I'm going to throw you over to Candice Jackson for Good Morning Tobago. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the sporting segment. I encourage you to stay tuned for Candice Jackson, Good Morning Tobago. Remember to stay safe, have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Distribution of grants is not the only responsibility of the Realization for Economic Achievement REACH program. Recently, the unit provided business training for over 30 REACH recipients and potential business owners in celebration of the United Nations Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day, entitled Improving Micro Enterprises Resilience.
We want your business to be successful no matter what type of business it is, no matter what products or services you offer. We want after a few years, some of you move on from micro to small to medium to large and international. Yes, I said international.
Learning about taxes, how to do taxes, accounting, you name it. And then the Netco here actually elaborated on a lot of those and the assistance that you could get from Netco training programs and so on.
I always wanted to attend something like this because there's a lot of things about small businesses we as small business owners do not know or would like more information, and this training is very, very helpful because a lot of things that was said that I did not even know, like your BIR and the help you can get from other enterprise where your business is concerned.
With Reach doing these type of programs now, it actually helping individual to have a good start in the beginning. All right, so I think it's something that they could continue doing, and it's extremely helpful.
Business is dynamic. It's awesome. And I'm not speaking to you as the Secretary for Health alone. I'm speaking to you as somebody who has been in the business world. And I'm going to go back to my opening statement. If you want to be successful, you must realize your business is a living, breathing organism that needs your love and attention.
This business education course took place over 2 days at the Shore Park complex.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Updates, your source for current affairs in Tobago, Trinidad, and the region. With the perfect conversations to complement your morning routine, I am Candice Jackson, and let's get started with the news in 90 seconds. A recent High Court injunction has halted the Friendship Connector Road construction in Tobago amid legal disputes over the town and country approvals and property rights. The order follows a statement from the Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Trevor James, and that town and country approvals were unnecessary. The project, which is 75% completed, faced injunctions due to concerns raised by property owner Derek Hearn. The Hearns contested the THA's actions, alleging unauthorized possession and construction. Despite the 2009 compulsory land acquisition of Friendship Estate, Secretary James defended the THA's stance, referring to Derek Hearn as a temporary squatter. The political leader of the PNM Tobago Council, Ansel Dennis, expressed concerns over contractors' payments at a press conference emphasizing accountability for public spending. And finally, Cova South MP Rujanath Indar Singh is urging the state to respect the Memorandum of Understanding and Agreement for increased wages between the Port Authority workers and management, criticizing government interference in the negotiation process. Over 1,000 port workers protested in Port of Spain against the failure to honor a 12% salary increase agreement for 2014 to 2017, facing a counter-offer of 0.02% instead. Indar Singh highlighted the significant impact of industrial action by port staff, demanding an end to political meddling in collective bargaining, reminiscent of past interferences, notably by the Minister of Finance in 2021. And that was your news in 90 seconds. Well, viewers, it's certainly a pleasure to be with you this morning. And we're getting straight into our first set of guests for this morning. And they are from the Equal Opportunities Commission. And we're going to talk about some of the things that are available and some of the ways that us in Tobago can get connected with them and have some of their services. So first of all, on my right, I am being joined by Mr. Haran Ramkaran Singh, and he is the Director of Legal Services with the Equal Opportunity Commission. So good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And we also have Mr. John Arnold, who is of course no stranger to us, but in this capacity, he is wearing the hat as a commissioner on the Equal Opportunities Commission board. And then virtually, good morning, Mr. Arnold. And then virtually we are being joined by a former senator, former independent senator, Mr. H.R. Ian Roach, and he is the chairman of the Equal Opportunity Commission. Good morning to you, Mr. Roach. How are you doing?
Good morning to you as well. I'm fine, thank you, and good morning to Tobago.
Great. So first of all, let's get started with the Equal Opportunity Commission. Let's just say that people are not aware, what is the Equal Opportunity Commission?
Yes, good morning. The Equal Opportunity Commission is a public body. We are created by an act of parliament, the Equal Opportunity Act. The act was passed to prohibit certain kinds of discrimination and to create a mechanism by which persons who have been subjected to that discrimination can get redress. So the Commission's primary purpose is to receive complaints from these persons. We can investigate the complaints and we can conciliate the complaints. That is, we bring the parties to the table to have a conversation to see whether or not it can be resolved. Now, the Act created a second institution, which is the Equal Opportunity Tribunal, and they are a court. They're separate to the Commission, and they are chaired by a judge appointed by the Chief Justice, the Judicial and Legal Services Commission. And if your complaint cannot be resolved, then you can take your complaint there for hearing and determination by a judge. But apart from receiving complaints, because we always like to say it's a bit reactionary and that a person has to lodge a complaint. You know, people tend to ask, have you seen so-and-so taking place? What are you doing about it? But no, a person has to lodge a complaint. But that's that area. But the Commission also has broad and proactive duties, such as public education, public engagement, advocacy, making people more aware of who we are, what we do, engaging in public conversations, such as what we're doing right now. So that, in a nutshell, is the Commission.
Certainly. And then when we talk about discrimination, it is not just about race or anything like that. I mean, that is part of it, but it goes wider and deeper. So, Mr. Arnold, could you just give us an idea of how wide and deep it goes?
Yeah, well, we cover 4 basic grounds: provision of goods and services, the area of accommodation, employment, education, and so on. And then there are several grounds on that. Apart from those grounds, you have statuses, sex, race, ethnicity, religion, marital status, and so on. So really and truly, as long as people, those categories, as long as people have a claim to say that they were discriminated, they can come to the Commission. They can lodge a complaint. It's a free service, and they can come to us at any point. They can talk to us online too, right? So it's not only by mail, or they can come into the office in Trinidad. And of course, we will discuss how Tobago will accommodate office time or office hours for that. But that, in a nutshell, is we don't take anything outside of those parameters, because as Haran says, those are the areas we cover.
Certainly. And Mr. Roach, what happens when a complaint is lodged? What is the process like, and what can people expect to encounter when they are going through this process?
Well, when you lodge a complaint, either in person or online, as we have both facilitated in either of those ways, what happens, an investigating officer is assigned to it. Then the investigating officer will have a discussion with the legal unit to examine the merits of it, and then they will be assigned, and they will go and do their investigations. Based on their investigations, the report is then developed. This will be discussed
there will be certain extremes of correspondence between the complainant and the person being complained. The complaint is being made against, to sort of bring them in to facilitate. Once there is a merit, there is substance in the complaint that has been lodged. Once the parties adhere to it, they will come in and in what we call conciliation proceedings, where they will discuss an open way. Not a court, it's not something that sense that it's not adversarial. And once that they exchange what is being guided by the conciliator, there's a solution. If there's a solution, then that's the end of the matter in terms that it will be can be drafted up and registered with the Equal Opportunity Tribunal to be registered as a court order to have the same power of enforcement as though it came from the High Court. Because as you know, the Equal Opportunity Tribunal is the superior court of record. However, if it is not resolved and the complainant is interested in taking it further, it can be then lodged with the Equal Opportunity Tribunal, and then it becomes more of litigation, so to speak. You may have lawyers becoming involved at that point in time, and the matter is then determined by the tribunal. And who can, if found in favor of the complainant, what can happen is that orders can be made to redress the wrong that has been committed to damages, as the case may be. Right? That in a nutshell is how complaints are handled at the Equal Opportunity Commission.
And what can you guys tell me as well as to, even how some cases have been handled over the years, and what was the outcome of, and I know you can't necessarily go into specific details, but just give us a general idea of the outcome of some of the cases that you've handled.
Aaron is good at that.
Well, at conciliation, it's really what the parties are willing to agree to, because you're sitting around a table and it's a voluntary process. For example, we handled a case on behalf of a lady who was terminated from her job when her employers found out that she was HIV positive. Now, that matter went to conciliation, and they were able to agree between themselves that they will offer her a financial settlement, but she also asked whether you will give me a reference job letter. And she felt that was something that was important to her, because she could take that to another employer, and so that was something they were able to agree with. Now, just to stick a pin, if you were to go to court, while the court may have a wider range of powers and might be able to do many things, it's not something that the court will do. A court won't really order an employer to give you a reference letter. The court's approach is more, I will order financial compensation, and the parties go their separate ways. So this was just something that you could discuss in conciliation and say that, we can agree, to perhaps a smaller financial sum, but I will also, could I get a reference letter from you?
And is there any restrictions on people that can approach the Equal Opportunity Commission for assistance?
No, as long as you have been affected by the act that you're complaining about. So, because, for example, we had someone come to complain to us that, their niece, this happened to their niece or someone in their community. Now, you can assist that person in the same way a trade union or a lawyer can assist that person, but you can't lodge a complaint on behalf of your niece. You can fill out the paperwork, because there's nothing wrong with that. Because to lodge a complaint, you can just simply go onto our website, and you can, so for all intents and purposes, you can lodge a complaint on their behalf, but it has to be their complaint. It's not your complaint on behalf of the person. But you also have to do so within 6 months of the alleged act. So if you're talking about something, because sometimes we get complaints and, they're talking about, well, 3 years ago this happened. We always have to point out to them, unfortunately, no. The Act says you must do so, the Equal Opportunity Act says you must do so within 6 months.
Okay. And then, what are also some of the other things that the Equal Opportunity Commission does? Because I also, saw there are things in terms of education, helping people to understand the laws. Because if we can't understand the laws, then we can't follow them.
Yeah, that's big. The education is a big part. Also, Haran spoke to it, where we also meet and collaborate with other stakeholders for certain interests in terms of accommodating them in terms of discussion, whether it be on disabilities, whether it be on LGBTQ, whatever. But but we accommodate those kinds of conversations as the Equal Opportunities Commission. But the education is really, really key. The chairman, of course, is very, very strong in that because he has a real strong thing about things like disabilities. Yes. And he's really, as a matter of fact, he will probably explain one of his own personal experiences.
Yeah, I mean, just about to say, I think he has some personal experience where that is concerned. Mr. Roach?
Yeah. What I would like, thanks for that. What I would like to just emphasize what John and Haran has just said is that of the functions, of the 7 functions of the commission, which is provided by Section 27 of the Act, 5 of them deals with education and other things, right? And I will just lead them out for you to see how important it is, because luxury complaint is just one of 7. So most of the functions of the commission is dealing with preventative measures, right? So if you look at Section 27(1), it says to work towards the elimination of discrimination, to promote equality of opportunity and good relations between persons of different status generally, to keep under review the working of this Act and any relevant law, and when so required by the Minister or otherwise think it necessary, draw up and submit to the Minister proposals for amending them, to develop, conduct, and foster research and educational programs and other programs for the purpose of eliminating discrimination and promoting equality of opportunity and good relations between persons of different status, and to prepare and to publish appropriate guidelines for the avoidance of discrimination. So what basically you see, there's a strong focus of the Act, apart from dealing with issues when an issue may arise. Most of the functions of the Equal Opportunity Commission, which sometimes tend to be lost by explaining on any program or any national education, is that you just focus on the remedy aspect of it, but there's the preventative action, which is always 100% for sure. Remedies are never 100%, but prevention is always 100%. So having said that, I will come to the situation again. Why I'm here virtually, and Haran and John are in studio with you, is because, again, lack of proper consideration and facilities to facilitate persons who are differently able. I'm wheelchair bound, and I'm not able to get to appropriate hotel of all the hotels in Tobago, where I can come and feel at home and properly be catered for, to have proper use without injuring myself there. So therefore, I was unable to make that journey as much as I would have loved to be there in person, because it is not only our opportunity to do a strategic planning in Tobago, but also to do as we are doing now, to reach out to the society, to the community, and basically touch base in person. The entire board and senior members of staff are there to do that. So that is a big peeve on my part, that we need to educate, because if we only deal with just litigating, I will be in court, and other similarly circumstances may very well be in court on a regular basis. And that really would look, how would that look, right? We need to do what is right, what is reasonably expected, in order to bring all persons in your national sphere into the productive aspect of society, to be able to enjoy all that is possible as a reasonable human being operating in a society that is civil, that has adequate respect for human rights across the board.
Certainly. And there's no reason why someone like you, Mr. Roach, should be denied spend some time in Tobago just because you are wheelchair bound.
I'm telling you, it is shameful. I think it's absurd, to say the least, right? I have not been able to come to Tobago, which I used to do before I was paralyzed. To have a swim, I will come to court, and after my quarter here, and I certainly will go to Stokeby and have a swim before going back to Trinidad. If I want to take a swim now, I have to jump on a plane and go as far as Curacao or Cayman Islands to get a swim. You understand? Because they provide for me. And as I said before, Tobago is a tourist destination, and we should be alive to this issue. Is this something that needs to be dealt with ASAP? Okay? And then you will have millionaires too, and there are many others, as often as possible.
And perhaps this might be the catalyst. So then it now leads me to question, what about the office for Tobago?
So I think I like how you do that, because I will segue. I will segue and come to it. We are here doing a strategic planning retreat. So we met all day yesterday. And basically, the three pillars that we're looking at for the next 3 years, one would be obviously this big mandate of eliminating discrimination and promoting equality in every sphere and so on. The second one is really increasing the efficiency and effectiveness of the commission, how we operate, how I run, how all of the staff in making sure we have everybody. And the third one is an ambitious idea where it's nothing new about advancing the commission to a national human rights institution, right? And that way we feel we'll be able to cover many other areas and make the commission's functions broader. Now, coming to the Tobago, one of the things we're discussing is by increasing the education, we would increase the awareness and more people will access or make or take the opportunity to access the services. Prior to COVID, we used to come once a month, right? During COVID, of course, since then, we have not done that. But we are proposing, it came up in the strategic plan, of looking at getting an office one, or if not an office, over time, as we see more people accessing the services, about doing the temporary thing of at least once a fortnight or once a month. So that's definitely on our radar.
Great. I'm certainly looking forward for that. And unfortunately, we're now out of time.
Oh my gosh.
We're out of time this morning, but I want to thank you all for being on with us. And I just want to give, I could give each one of you a minute to wrap up. Hopefully my directors are not, don't cut us off.
Although we don't have a physical office in Tobago, we are very accessible because, as I said, you can lodge a complaint online. You don't have to, you can go onto our website and you could either download the form and print it and email it, or you could actually fill it out online and you just press click and send it. And you can even upload your documents to the website, or you can email your documents. And then we also use a lot of technology. We conduct our meetings via Zoom and Microsoft Teams, so that although we're physically not here, we are very accessible.
Yeah.
All right, and underneath we have Mr. John Arnold being
No,
here.
let the chair close.
Well, thank you very much. All I will say is that the Equal Opportunity Act is a good act. It comes because there's a need for it. But most importantly, laws can do so much. What is more important is that the human beings, we must change our hearts and minds, and then we'll have a more just society where equity and equality is available for all persons.
Certainly, a wonderful way to end our conversation this morning. So thank you all for being on with us. And viewers, get connected, get online, and see how you can, if you have a complaint or you want to have more information, you can just search it all online and get it from there, and they will handle it. All right, so thank you so much. And we have a lot more coming up for you on the program, so please don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.
Thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power.
Making Style Tobago. On Sunday, March 3rd, the Shore Park Cultural Complex will be transformed into an exotic oasis of glamour, beauty, and Caribbean high fashion as Coco Velvet International presents the grand finale. Miss Tobago 2024 Beauty Pageant. 9 delegates representing Speyside, Charlottesville, Golden Lane, Mount Grace, Newgrange, Patience Hill, Bonaccord, Moriah, and Plymouth will compete for the title Miss Tobago 2024 and earn the right to represent Tobago at the Miss World Trinidad and Tobago pageant. General admission tickets are only $30 and VIP section $100 on sale now at the following ticket outlets: the box office at Shore Park Complex, the front desk at Comfort Inn and Suites, Ted Arthur Leather Collection at James Park, Scarborough. Making Style Tobago an evening of Caribbean high fashion, beauty, and glamour, presented courtesy the Tobago House of Assembly, Division of Community Development, Youth Development, and Sport, Tobago Updates Television, Comfort Inn and Suites, Viola's, Tobago Library Services, Tobago Cosmetics, Let's Shine Limited, Penny Savers, Tobago Bloom Garden Center,
I for Design Flower Shop, and the Office of the Prime Minister's Sport and Culture Fund. Visit the Facebook event page, Making Style 2014, to view the delegates' portfolios, and call Making Style Tobago hotline for more info at 620-2316.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs, carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Yo everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Storbe, Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guaranteed, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Updates, viewers. You know, the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment is a cavalry regiment of the British Army, and they're tasked primarily with ceremonial duties, and it is part of the Household Division, and it is classed as a regiment of guards and carries out mounted ceremonial duties for the state and royal occasions. And they are here in Tobago for a very special exercise, not just in Tobago, but also in Trinidad as well. So joining me on set are two members. We have Captain Harry Stone, and he is a captain of the Household Mounted Regiment, Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment, sorry, and as well as Miss Captain Carl Scholes, and he is a riding master of the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having us. It's brilliant to be here.
And certainly, of course, welcome to Tobago.
It's a lovely place to be.
So tell me about the regiment itself. What is it? You know, give us a little bit of details, because we here are not necessarily so familiar with some of these different things that are based out in the UK.
Okay, so the Household Cavalry is a regiment in the British Army, and it's split into two sections. So you've got the warfighting side, which is the armoured vehicles, and you've got the ceremonial side, the ceremonial operations side. What we're here for is a ceremonial operations side, so working with the animals and the horses. And our main job is a sovereign's escort to His Majesty the King of England and Great Britain. And what we do on parade is ceremonial, yes, but we also offer a form of protection for ceremonial escorts. So things like King's Birthday Parade, state visits, for instance, where foreign dignitaries will come over and be escorted, our state opening of Parliament, and a number of other things that we'll bring up. Also with that as well, we have our daily duty, so our King's Lifeguard, which is the ceremonial guard at Whitehall in London, which is the ceremonial entrance to Buckingham Palace. And we use that that area regularly for the route in which the escorts go down. But that's the sort of the roles and responsibility. We have some minor tasks as well in support of the British government, if any tasks come up, but mainly that ceremonial operational role.
So tell me a little bit also about your involvement in Trinidad and Tobago and your presence here and what led to that.
Yeah, so I think I can probably offer and talk a bit about that. So in terms of when the relationship started, it was in 2019, and we were very lucky. The previous British High Commissioner to Trinidad and Tobago basically reached out and worked with our previous commanding officer, Colonel Paddy Williams. And he sort of came out here, and there was an opportunity for us to both learn from each other. And I thought that maybe some future engagement would be a really good thing sort of between the two nations, so we can sort of move forward in how we ceremonially do things. So they came out for about a week back in 2019 and saw that there really was a strong opportunity to come here and further sort of engagement between sort of Trinidad and Tobago and the UK and the sort of the TTPS mounted branch and the mounted cavalry. So that's where it sort of started. And as a foothold of the engagement and how it started off is when they went back to the UK, 2 of our horses were initially named Trinidad and Tobago, wow. Which is fantastic, and they're very lovely to ride. And I think, yeah, they're some of the favourites up in my regiment's line, which is the Blues and Royals. And then initially it was sort of meant to take off reasonably quickly, but obviously due to COVID, it got delayed slightly. And so, yeah, we're very happy to now be here and have been facilitated by the current British High Commissioner, Her Excellency Harriet Cross, and Superintendent Super of the Mounted Branch, who've hosted us fantastically. And we're really excited to be here sort of 5 years after it initially kicked off.
Certainly. And, you know, what's been that experience working with the Mounted Police in Trinidad?
It's been fantastic. So there's been a definite exchange of ideas, which is very, very good. We've also got to know our teams as well. So there's not just us, there's another 2 members to the team that are away doing a little bit of interaction today. And interacting with the teams and learning from each other, it's been great fun. But it's been really, really good as well, because that's what we do. We want to impart knowledge, but we want to take different experiences in as well. Looking at sort of the vets and the farriery, that's worked really, really well with regards to welfare for the horses. Working with the instructors as I've been doing, different training methods and sort of bringing ideas from sort of that part of the world to here. And obviously I've been taking some ideas from this part of the world away. And also with the saddlery, the craft of leatherworking and building saddles, fitting saddles, things like that. So it's all worked really, really well, and they've been really, really welcoming. And there's been a really, really good cross-section of ideas, which I think is fantastic.
And then in Tobago now, you've also been working with Healing for Horses, and I know you guys were there yesterday. How was that experience?
Yeah, so it was a fantastic experience actually going and meeting sort of the team at Healing with Horses, because I think it's a really good thing to see that actually when horses that have injuries or maybe are retired from their working life, and going and understanding that maybe how that's used and how they're looked after. And then when you look at maybe the ecotourism side of things within Tobago was fantastic to see. And when we were at Healing with Horses, we had a great opportunity to meet some of the THA veterinary team and also some of the sort of government veterinary team from here. And I definitely think the level of expertise that they had within that was incredible to see. And I think bringing the lifespan of those horses on and sort of the care that's taken for them and the love that's taken for them is definitely something that we can look to take back. And I think the interaction that we've had with Healing Horses throughout our trip, not just yesterday, where we've met them and sort of discussed the possibility of some of the horses from the TTPS mounted branch taking a break over there and then coming back in. And I think it's opened up some really interesting lines of communication for the future.
Certainly. And, you know, what's been so special for both of you to be able to work with the horses and so on?
I think for me, I think the UK has a very specific way of working, and it's been really interesting just to see the different ways. And I think one thing I loved was how much every rider here knows their animal and knows their horse. So I noticed it on the first day I went riding with the mounted police. I went up and jumped on a horse and he just went, oh, yep, here's every single characteristic of that horse and how it works. And I went, wow, that's incredible. Do you ride them regularly? And he was like, no, I just sort of know every single horse in the yard, and then gave me a rundown of the horse that Carl was riding and the one that our vet Naomi was riding. And I think that sort of care and understanding for the animal has been a really exciting thing for me to see, and something I personally would love to take back to the UK, I think.
Would you like to see like just us having a bigger force, a bigger mounted branch force here in Trinidad and Tobago?
There's definitely routes for expansion. There's definitely routes for expansion, and you know, if you've got the people and the resources, equipment, etc., to do it, then it's not going to hurt. Let's put it that way. But the people you've got there are very keen to take it forwards. Certainly, the group of instructors that I was working with, they were like sponges. They were just taking in all the information and asking question after question after question, which, from my perspective as a career instructor, is really nice to see. Having a student wanting to soak up the information, constantly asking us if we wanted to stay a bit longer, but afraid, as much as I'd like to, we can't.
So how long are you staying?
So we're in the country until sort of Monday, where we fly back to the UK, unfortunately, which is a dreadful thought when you think about the weather in the UK versus the beautiful sort of Caribbean weather at the moment. But I think what we're really excited about is, although we're leaving sort of this weekend and that we're coming towards the end of our trip, which is very sad, but it's the idea for the future engagement. I think when this project got set up between the British High Commissioner and also sort of the Mounted Regiment, it was always the idea for a long-term endeavour. And I think while we've worked with the Mounted Branch and worked with Healing with Horses out here in Tobago, and we sort of met the Chief Secretary of Tobago, and I think the discussions that have happened about the opportunity to bring champions potentially back to the UK to train in the future and bring our teams back out here, and also discussions have happened around the potential opening of a Mounted Branch in Tobago and how we could come out and sort of look at that and maybe offer some advice, and again get them back to maybe give us some advice in the UK. And I think the opportunity for that future engagement is deeply, deeply exciting, and I think a relationship we're very much looking forward to continuing in the future.
And are you looking forward to coming back?
Oh, absolutely. I think I will be back here, both hopefully in a professional and personal capacity at different points, I'm sure.
And I mean, and let's talk about that a little bit. What have you loved so much about being in Tobago and even in Trinidad?
I think for me it's been the culture of how well everyone hosts you and looks after you. It's incredibly sort of warm and vibrant culture where people have received us so well. And I don't think I've ever been away, both personally or professionally, somewhere where I've been quite so well looked after. I mean, the team at the Mounted Branch have just been so kind with both their time and their expertise and looking after us and imparting their knowledge with us. I think for me that's been the one thing that I'll take back to the UK, and I think it's made me realise that maybe when I host people, I've been put to shame actually slightly by how well they've looked after us out here.
Well, for me, definitely the beaches. Oh, the beaches were incredible, absolutely incredible. But talking on a more like professional basis, I mean, certainly everybody wants to learn where we've been. Everybody wants to learn, and they're all interested. I also learned how to lime. That was great fun. But certainly, in a professional perspective, is that everybody wants to learn, and I want to learn as well. So that interaction where we came together, even on day one when we'd never met each other, and that was great.
That cultural exchange.
It was absolutely wonderful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I just want to thank you all for being on with us, and certainly for being here within our country and, seeing how we can learn from each other, because that is so important as we try to, uplift the standard of our Mounted Branch Police.
Well, no, thank you so much for having us, and it's been an amazing experience, as I said, to be here in both sort of Trinidad and Tobago and experience both sides and see how everyone works. And I think there's definitely a few points that we will take back to the UK and look to implement from the experience we've had. So a wholehearted thank you to you for having us on, and also everyone else in the wider country for hosting us. It's been fantastic.
And probably when you go back, you could tell them about that experience of being able to take a horse out into the beach. So.
Oh, I'm not going to stop talking about it.
All right. Well, then thank you both for being on, and certainly enjoy the rest of your time here in Tobago and in Trinidad, and we hope to see you again very soon.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, great. All right, viewers, we got to go for a break, but we've got more coming up for you on GMT, so don't go anywhere.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish, and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, you know that this weekend is the weekend where we have the finals of the Miss Tobago 2024 competition, and it's been, sparking a lot of interest recently, and we saw how the semifinals went, and it's celebrating the beauty of the woman here in Tobago. But we're going to be speaking this morning a little bit about the finals, but we're also going to be speaking about the Miss Tobago 2024 Designer Challenge. And so, of course, to have that conversation with us, we are being joined by Mr. Tyron Kerr, and he is a fashion designer of Kerr and Marcel Designs, and he is one of us. He is Tobagonian, and of course, Mr. Christopher Nathan, who is no stranger to us, has been on quite a lot of times, and he is the CEO CEO of Coco Velvet International and, of course, the director of Making Style program. So good morning and welcome to you both.
Thank you. Good morning. Lovely to be here.
So I want to start with Mr. Nathan just a little bit. We're 2 days away from the finals. How are things shaping up?
Everything is in place. We're ready for showtime.
So just tell us a little bit about what we can expect on Sunday.
Okay. So the Making Style program initially was for the graduation ceremony for the Tobago Youth Creative Arts Workshop, but we've extended it, and there are 3 segments now, 4 segments in fact. So at 7 p.m. we will have the graduation ceremony, and the certificates of participation will be awarded and presented to the participants of the workshop between 7 and 8. At 8 p.m. it's showtime, and we start off with the Miss Tobago Beauty Pageant. We also have a segment for top model Trinidad and Tobago, where one lucky Tobagonian model is going to be issued an international modeling contract to work in Paris, New York, London, and Milan. And then we have a fashion segment featuring Tobagonian designers, which we call Tobago Fashion Collections. And we are hoping that patrons come early because, every time we have a show in Tobago, people is really late. So please come early, and for that reason, we have a pre-show. The pre-show starts at 5 p.m. and goes until 8 p.m. so that when patrons come early, they can browse the exhibition, which will feature art, jewelry, accessories, and clothing by local craftsmen and designers in the lobby of the Show Park complex. I have a bombshell to drop today. Should I do it now?
Sure, you can do that now. I don't want to steal the thunder away from Mr. Kerr, but we're going to get into him as well. So.
Good. So Coco Velvet International will be sending a proposal to Miss World organization to host Miss World 2028 in the Caribbean, in the Eastern Caribbean, because it was held in Puerto Rico, but never in the Eastern Caribbean. What we want to do is to be very strategic and systematic about this project. So firstly, we are engaging the Miss World Trinidad and Tobago organization. They've already spoken to them for their endorsement, support, collaboration, and cooperation, because we can't do this alone. Then we're going to send the proposal to the Ministry of Tourism. The Minister of Tourism will look it over, see the potential in it, hopefully, and take it to Cabinet for approval. Once the Trinidad and Tobago government approves it, we are then going to send the proposal to CARICOM, Secretariat in Georgetown, and the OECS, because we're looking at doing this in collaboration with Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. So we want to share the costs, because it's going to be a huge expense, as well as the benefits, the tourism benefits, because Miss World boasts 100 million viewers for the event every year. And imagine our islands getting that kind of exposure, the amount of tourism benefits that can accrue as a result of it. Because what we want to do, Coco Velvet, is to position Tobago as a hotspot for fashion and beauty event tourism. And this event, Miss Tobago Beauty Pageant, is our launching pad.
Certainly, and what a lot to look forward to.
Indeed.
And now coming back now to the event on Sunday and so on. Now, Mr. Kerr is going to be on display. So tell me about that, Mr. Kerr.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely excited. I'm looking forward to the show. This is not my first time working along with Mr. Christopher Nathan. Actually, my first time would have been my first introduction to the fashion industry would have been as a model. And I was trained by Mr. Christopher Nathan here. So that would have been my first introduction into the fashion industry. And then I also worked with him on the making style, then as a designer. When I got into fashion designing, actually my very first runway show, I worked along with him as well. He was there training the models and getting the designers ready and stuff like that. And the show actually ran really smoothly. I was at ease because I knew he was at the helm. So
yes. And you're back again on Sunday. What can we expect from you?
Okay. I like to think outside the box. Nice. I like to try new things. I actually won an international fashion award in the category of fashion innovation. I like to be innovative. I like to try new things, try new techniques. So you could definitely expect that from me.
And of course, these are some of your designs on the screen.
Yes, they are.
I'd like to point out, but apart from him doing 2 gowns for the designer challenge, he's also doing a collection for top model Trinidad and Tobago. So we're going to see 2 collections from him.
And tell me about your designs and what makes your designs very unique and different.
Okay, what makes my designs unique? Some of the techniques that I use, some of the cuts that I use. I also like to use unconventional materials. Like I won the Prime Minister's Best Village trophy. I won Best Evening Gown with a crocheted evening gown. And this gown moved just like an evening gown. She could have walked, moved in it seamlessly, and it was beautiful. Yes, so I like using unconventional materials and stuff.
So, I mean, and then you're designing, like you said, 2 gowns for the show on Sunday. And what has it been like working with the models themselves, the contestants?
Actually, I have not seen the models yet.
The delegates.
So they are trusting you blindly.
Yes, they are. But this is not my first rodeo, and I do have experience designing for delegates, for pageants and stuff like that, not seeing them beforehand. Yes.
So we'll be doing a fitting at the Shopper Complex tomorrow. So that's the first time the delegates will get to see what they're wearing on Sunday.
And so I mean, what does that moment do when you get to see your designs on stage being worn by these beautiful women?
It's definitely a wonderful and thrilling experience as a designer to see your work come to life on a stage and to see the way it moves and also the way people appreciate your work, because as a designer you pour your blood, sweat, tears and everything into these garments. These are your babies. You see them through from a first thought in your mind, then to paper, then bringing it to life, breathing life into it. Yes.
I'd like to point out something here, because when we came to Tobago Cocoa Velvet International, our mission was to establish our headquarters here and help develop a thriving fashion industry here in Tobago. I've had some pushback from parents here in Tobago when we try to recruit their children to come to the workshop with a view to them continuing their studies at the Caribbean Academy of Fashion and Design and YTEP towards a career as a fashion designer. And there's still many stigmas in Tobago regarding fashion and modeling, which I think people need to get over. Okay? We have successes from Tobago. When I was the consultant and program administrator at the Caribbean Academy of Fashion and Design, I went to Goodwood High School and saw Delia Allen, people probably know her name now, who was a teacher, clothing and textile, invited her to come to the workshop. She did the same workshop that he did. Encouraged her to come to UTT. She studied for a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Fashion Design. She's now a global designer. So people in Tobago whose children are interested in pursuing a career as a fashion designer, please do your research and see that there's no devil thing in it, as some people have told me. And also the models, because I'm very disappointed that we selected 350 participants for the Tobago Youth Creative Arts Workshop, and only 130 got permission from their parents. So over 200 called to say that their parents would not allow them to come to the workshop for various reasons. We will be doing the workshop again next year, and this is the final workshop because I'm here to retire. So those of you who did not get to do the workshop this year, know that next year, 2025, we'll be doing the workshop during the summer, because what we found this year is that having the workshop in September, October, November is a bad time, because that's when they're preparing for exams and all of that. So we're going to do it between July, August next year, 2025, and we're going to introduce Carnival costume design next year, because your Tobago Carnival in October has great potential. And we need to have a cadre of young designers coming up who can make the costumes every year.
Certainly.
So we'll be introducing carnival costume design next year for the program.
So quite a lot to look forward to. But of course, right now our focus is on Sunday and getting to see our contestants up on stage, because I'm getting to see who gets to take the crown.
Yes, indeed, and go to Trinidad to represent Tobago at Miss World Trinidad and Tobago, and win that contest as well and go to Miss World. Because our girls, our 9 delegates are really strong, and they're passionate, and they have a killer instinct. Because the last time Tobago was represented at Miss World and Miss Universe was 2006 and 2004 when Kenesha Tom did. It's time again. So 2024, Tobago, it's your time to shine.
So give us, for those people who want to come to the show on Sunday and have not yet gotten their tickets, how can they get connected?
Right, so because of that, because you know we last minute here in Trinidad and Tobago, you will be able to pay at the door. So we're going to have tickets sold at the door at the Shore Park Complex from 5 p.m. on Sunday, and the same price. So there'll be a $30 general admission ticket, there'll be a $100 VIP ticket, and of course, if you want to come to the after party and the coronation ball, I won't say where it is, you would have to pay $300 for a platinum VIP all-inclusive ticket. For those of you who want to buy the tickets, they're available today and tomorrow at the Shore Park Complex box office. The front desk at Comfort Inn and Suites, Ted Arthur Leather Collection at James Park, next to RBC Royal Bank, and the Violas, our hotel sponsor. And we want to acknowledge once again the Tobago House of Assembly Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport for funding the Tobago Youth Creative Arts Workshop. We want to acknowledge the Office of the Prime Minister, Sport and Culture Fund, for their contribution towards this Tobago Youth Development and Empowerment Initiative. Thank you very much for your support, and as well, the Tobago Library Services, who have been our host, and they have sponsored the location for the workshop, and they were amazing. So I want to thank the Tobago Library Services as well.
Great. All right, so viewers, well, you know where to be on Sunday. So we're going to be wishing all of our delegates best of luck, and we're certainly excited to see them up there and see who gets to walk away with the crown. So I want to thank you both, and we're certainly looking forward to seeing your designs on stage, by the way. And hopefully we'll be able to know which one of those designs are yours.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully the winning one.
Certainly. All right, so thank you both for being on with us, and viewers, I hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend in whatever you choose to do, and we will see you again on Monday. So bye for now.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor, to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong.